अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूवर्स, आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे थीम्स इन केयर टेकर. द फर्स्ट थीम इज loneliness. Loneliness is an important theme in this play. The caretaker are all isolated and lonely in their own ways. Even though they are physically close to each other, they don't truly connect. For example, Aston is isolated because of his past trauma, particularly the painful medical treatment from he suffers in the past. He lives a solitary life, avoiding any meaningful connection with others. Davis, the homeless man, is alone because he has no permanent home or real relation. He constantly finds comfort but never finds it, continuously searching for something more. Mick isolated himself and showing little care for anyone else. He preferring to keep others at a distance and avoiding genuine interaction. The loneliness in this play is not just about being alone physically but also emotionally, leaving the characters trapped in their own world, unable to connect with one each other. Absurdity. The theme of absurdity in the caretaker represent. अच्छा, ये मैं इन्हें ईजी इंग्लिश में लिखा हुआ है. ईजी इंग्लिश में तो कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है कि मैं आपको इसकी उर्दू करके बताऊं. ठीक है, कॉन्सेप्ट आपके क्लियर होंगे, आप लेक्चर्स लेके आए होंगे, आप लोगों को यहाँ इस चैनल पे जस्ट नोट्स मिलते हैं. ठीक है. द थीम ऑफ absurdity in the caretaker represent the absurd and often meaningless nature of life, where actions and conversations seems disconnected from any clear purpose. The characters' interaction are filled with confusion, repetitive dialogues, and actions that lead to nowhere. For example, Davis continuously demands things without a clear plan or understanding, creating a mess around him. Aston often help, but does little to change his own situation or Davis' circumstances. The constant shifting of power between the characters without any reduction, showing the absurdity of life where people struggle but find no real solution. Conversations often lead in circles and intentions are unclear, showing how the characters live in an absurd world where meaning and directions are unclear, adding that frustration and helplessness in their life. Identity theme in the caretaker, identity is fluid. Fluid का मतलब होता है flexible and uncertain, with characters struggling to understand who they truly are. For example, Aston has been deeply affected by his past trauma. उसे इलेक्ट्रिकल शॉक लगते थे and struggle to communicate. उसकी वजह से जो है वो किसी के साथ अच्छे तरीके से बात नहीं कर सकता था, बात करते हुए जो है पॉज लेता था. ठीक है. His isolated nature shows how the past experience can affect one's sense of identity. Mick is continuously shifting his behavior, assuming several characters and attempting to impose dominance, which shows his internal struggle and confusion about his own identity. Davis, on the other hand, is obsessed with presenting himself as important despite his lack of real purpose or identity. The characters are lost in their search for self-definition. The study of identity shows the complexity of defining oneself in the world that's full of confusion and uncertainty. Lack of communication. Lack of communication is an important theme in the caretaker. All character failing to understand each other, leading to misunderstanding and conflicts. Aston tries to share his pain past with Davis, but his words are lost or ignored, leaving him isolated in his experiences. Mick communicates in a style that is intended to manipulate or confuse people, using language to establish dominance rather than connect. Davis, on the other hand, fails to listen or respond properly, misunderstanding the intention of others. This play shows how words can be empty or misunderstood, stopping genuine conversation from occurring. This lack of communication make it impossible for the characters to form meaningful relationship, lacking them in their own separate world. This theme shows how communication break down and contribute to loneliness and the alienation. So I'm done this video. Next video तक मुझे दीजिए इजाज़त. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.